today, I have someone who's very special to me. He's a PR person. People say PR people can spin anything, and he has been everywhere, and he has done the good work. He's been with MTN, he's been with Unilever, and now he's raising the bar literally with the Diego Group. If reputation is currency, ladies and gentlemen, this my guest is Central Bank. My friend, my former classmate, Godfrey Adejumo. You're welcome to Gaffer, man.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gaffer, man.
How you doing?
I don't know what to say about this CBN. The currency.
No. Your reputation goes like 20 kilometers before we see you. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah, I remember then when we were in secondary school, we have hopes. I wanted to be a medical doctor. Those dreams, man. Yeah. But right now, stitching lights together.
I wanted to say, you didn't add beyond the friendship, beyond the upbringing. Good to see that years down the line.
Yes.
We're back together as brothers. Different stages of life has evolved. But here we are, and grateful.
Yeah, grateful to God
for the job.
Yeah, we had dreams. We had dreams. Mm-hmm. Dreams. Then we had those dreams packed in our backpack.
Yeah.
Hoping that we'll break even. But today we bless God. You are the apex of, so to speak. You are the apex of your discipline. Is this what you wanted to be from the onset? And how did it start?
Yeah. So. A mix of a lot of try and error. So I'm not going to say it's all jigsaw, like a plan A, B, C. But there was interest in terms of way back when I started listening to, we grew up listening to NTA news from home, ITV news for those of us from our state in Edo. So all of that kind of made me to look at, okay, what does it take to be in this space of managing image? Then specifically, there was Doyin Okukpe, who was President of Obasanjo's media aide, spokesperson. There was Remi Oyo. There was Frank Wike Jr. So those guys just had a way of, when they come out to speak, it felt like you just take some solace and comfort that the country is in the right direction.
True.
So I started asking myself, okay, what does it take to be that person that when you speak, you are the face of an organization, and when you come out, people see hope, people see assurance, people see credibility. To be honest, I didn't know what it was called. And so I just packed it. That was imagination, like you said, dreams. That was something that was in me. Then fast forward to when I got into higher institution, University of Benin. Basic things, join a fellowship, like a church, a school, join all the things that will help to just support you. And again, joining the fellowship, I went into place of organizing where you're packing instruments
and stuff like
then
that.
Publicity. So we always go ahead of school resumption. Put banners in main gates, put all the places people will pass and see that this is a fellowship.
Those little stuff.
Yeah, so eventually fast forward to NYSC, I met a guy that were classmates in uni. We're in different departments. We're not in the same department, but we just used to greet and all of that. So the guy said, "Hey, Godfrey, good to see you again." And so I said, "Good." Then he now asked me, "What do you want to do?" So I told him that story of how I wanted to do what Remi Oyo, Okukpe, Frank Wike Jr. That I just want to be that person that when I speak, when I talk, when you see me, I represent an organization from a credible point of view. So he now said, "Godfrey, that is public relations. Go and read about it." And he told me, "Godfrey, I have a friend who runs a small consultancy in public relations. If you go and read about it, I'll tell her about you, and you can start from there." So 18 years down the line,
18 solid years.
Yeah, that's how I found myself in the industry.
Beautiful. So you met someone who sort of knows the way to channel your energy to sort of rebuild you and point you to the right direction.
Exactly.
Yeah. So in this whole course of, say, between then and now, say 18, 17 years, where have you been?
Okay.
Have you had situations where you felt like, is this guy that advised me? Or it's not like I wanted to do this thing true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There has been like countless, and there continue to be, like even as I speak now.
For real.
Yeah. So,
With you as a master right now.
so there has been, and there continue to be, because you can't mix comfort and growth. They don't mix.
Exactly.
They don't mix. Like
when people just coast.
yes, as a comfort and growth, they don't mix. Growth is about developing depth, understanding what the issues are, having the right mindset to build capacity, learn, and go through the process, because there's a lot of in and out. But some of us, we are looking at this thing is going to be, even when we leave corporate work, it is what we do for the rest of our life.
So it's not, you're not here for the money. It's becoming a lifestyle. It's like what I say, doing great works for us now is not motivated by financial benefits, but it has become a lifestyle.
Yeah. So
when they see you, they see somebody with credibility, with honest. No, your reputation is solid, man.
The money follows the impact
that you make
and the reputation you build, not just for yourself, but for the organizations you work for. So I worked in different smaller agencies where it all started from. Like I said, the first place I worked in, the truth is the basic corrections I was giving then, they still remain invaluable to date. How to manage people, how to manage complexity, how to manage processes.
That's a great
Yeah. So whether it's in a small place I have worked, or maybe it's in a bigger place I am working now, the truth is there is always a process that you must go through. So you'll be amazed that like even after changing jobs, you now have over 10 years experience. The truth is the day you pick up a new job, you start to learn all over again. It is not that you don't know or you don't have the skill set, but the truth is, how do you apply that particular skill set to where you now found yourself? So you have to always go back to a space where you need to learn, you need to understand the culture, you need to understand the environment, understand why are you here, and now start to apply from a place of, now I know, and therefore I can do this differently. And just to add that, as against what people think that is in and out, I'm using it for the second time. It is not in and out. There are lots of trials, like failures.
Have you ever been
embarrassing?
Have you ever been discouraged? Have you ever been in a workspace and you just feel like, you know what, I'm not going to resume here tomorrow? Have you ever had such?
So let me give you a practical example. Within the first year of starting the job, then I said 18 years ago, there were motorcycle allowed in all parts of the city in Lagos. So you could literally take a motorcycle from one end of the city to another extreme end. Just pay the money. So there was this urgent job. You can't blame the client. They are always correct, just like customers. So for we on the consultancy side, the client is the king. And so the brief came late, print the banner, do this. I have an AGM tomorrow. For us in consultancy, you must give us like an assurance, documented assurance before we start. But all of that came late. went to printing press, print out the name, everything on the banner.
Yeah.
And when I looked at the time, the event is starting for 10 a.m. and the event had already started. So for me,
And you were still printing.
I was still printing. So for me, the only way I could bypass and crush the time was take motorcycle, which we call bike or kada, across 10 Million Bridge. And I did that to get to Muson Center where the event was holding. And of course, by the time I arrived around 12, because the event is just 2 hours, the event was over. And
with all the things that you made.
And the banner I'm holding is supposed to be the media wall banner where they take pictures for press, all of that. And so I was literally trying to beg the client to come and see
what you have done,
what I have brought, like just see it. And of course, if I were in his or her shoes, I won't be happy because before their bosses, you've embarrassed them. You have put their job at high risk.
Exactly.
And after a very long time, like an hour after the event, the lady reluctantly said, okay, Godfrey, let me see the banner. Let me just take it to the office.
At least let me see
as
what
evidence that you printed. And by the time we opened the banner, guess what? The name of the client was wrongly spelt.
Bro.
Yeah. So
with all the troubles.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if I should go back to the office.
I won't go.
You know,
I'll call in sick.
You get this. So it was that bad. And
wow.
To be honest, there are other moments like that in different places. Like you sent out something that is not approved finally. You just did one thing that in your own innocence was the right thing to do. But it was not the right thing. But the good thing is that that's a place of guidance. I never lost any job, and I've never lost any job.
Whoa.
So the same place where I made the worst of mistakes, I resumed the next day. Of course, there'll be tension and all that. But I stand here to say that, guess what? Every single person I have worked with, whether from when I started from consultancies to where I am now, they are literally on a speed dial on my phone. Like every year, during, you know how we do culture of giving, culture of appreciating each other, I go to them to say, ma, sir, thank you. I have come this far because of your support.
You're a great man.
So the failure is part of it.
You're also right. Yeah, I've seen a couple of your articles here and there. Tell us about that. So let me tie it together. Does PR also involve you writing, or that's another skill that you have?
I was writing way before I would finish secondary school. Like I used to write articles, like I said, listening to news. I literally started to understand life during President Obasanjo's time. So when I see something, he started this issue of deregulation, privatization, blah, blah, blah. So
was a thing that...
so I used to write my opinion about Nigeria. I was just and I was sent randomly to newspaper houses, then Observer in those states, and a couple of times they've published it without me even seeing it. Maybe much later I'll stumble on it. Yeah, so writing is something I've always been doing. Then when I came to PR, I was now inspired to write because I realized that I was building something, and I was building something not because I studied public relations, mass comm, like everything required to be in the industry. Academically, I never studied it. But because people were literally teaching me like workmanship, handcraft, I realized that I was developing and I was growing. And when I now had the opportunity to move to what we call the client side, you are now the one dictating as leading from the client side. I realized that when our consultants from the agencies come, there were some insights that I had that they didn't have, and that if only they had those insights, maybe their pitch, their presentation can be better. So I realized that there was little to which I could call them to say, add this, remove this. So I said, why don't you just document these thoughts into articles in different ways? And I started that about 10 years ago, and as we speak now,
10 years.
yes. So as we speak now, the different technical articles I have written on different aspects of everything, public relations, communication, stakeholder management, all of that is now about 22 articles.
Bro.
Yeah. So
you should organize a class. I should be your student, man.
yeah.
Whoa. So going back to when we were in secondary school, I thought you were a science student.
No, I was an art student.
Okay.
I was not just an art student. Conventionally, science students are more brilliant than art students. So
story.
For me, when I got to even the arts class, if you only call me from the back in terms of position, because I say for free, not justifying why that happened, but by my capacity intellectually, like academically, I never passed some subjects. I never passed 6 subjects per time. I was being promoted like on a basis of you have 5 subjects with credit, then maybe there's 1 P, because basically you require like 6 subjects to move to the next class. Right. So I wasn't really moving because I met all the criteria, but it was more like they saw that let's help this person, let's support this person. And that was how secondary school played out for me. And that's why I emphasize the place of learning. Like I'm not someone that is up there from the get-go. I take my time to learn. And for me, the right thing is I am learning and I'm doing something that I think is learning for impact, which is whatever I'm learning, I'm documenting it. Because the goal for me is that at this point in time, if it took me 10 years to get a particular spot, if you and I meet and you're a new entrant to the industry, I tell you that you can do a quarter of the time I did to get to where I am for you to even pass my level currently. So you don't need to spend the whole time trying to go through the process. You will go through the process, but the documentation is to crash that experience into a book. Like the 22 articles have now been turned into a proper book.
Also, you're making a book out of all the articles.
So the book is titled Winning with Strategic Communications. That's what I titled the book. Okay. And it will be out this year by the grace of God.
That's beautiful.
Such that, and the way the book is structured is for even people not in the space of public relations. So I've written it in a way that anywhere you are here doing what you are doing. A market woman can pick it up. Everybody, a mechanic can pick it up. And you will read it and make sense of it because it's not an academic book. It is a lived experience. So all the mistakes I talked about, flying a bike on Third Milan Bridge, you will find all of them in the book. All the times that it was not so good, it was not pleasant, the times that you couldn't even have access to a place to sleep conveniently, you struggled.
Wait, you went through all that?
All of that, because I realized that who I have become and I am still evolving is a function of all those experiences.
Those tiny
put together.
Things
you cannot decouple one thing from the other. They all come together to shape my perception.
So in life, it's not just a straight line of learning. You pick from here, you pick from here, and then it puts everything together.
Let me tell you that for me, right from when I was in uni, I deliberately started to doing courses that the results are not great. Like, what's a great result? A and B to boost your scores to be a best graduate.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going for courses that I knew that, see, your best would be a C. Whoa. But I was more comfortable going for such courses than going for the ones that quote and unquote were easy to get B or A, because I was more interested in the knowledge
that is hidden in
those places that are looking complex and difficult. There's actually knowledge that you need to get from it. And I translated that to the workplace, that when I get to the workplace and people say, avoid this person, avoid that person, because the person is not friendly, because the person is difficult.
So there's something to learn from the person.
I tell you that the person who criticizes you the most, the person who is the most difficult to work with, those are the people you will learn from. The people who inspire you, who make things soft for you, they will ginger you. They will make you feel excited
and comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable, and that is good. But you need to also have a lot of gallops, a lot of potholes, a lot of slow movement coming from people who do not like you, people quote and unquote. And guess what? The easy strategy to penetrate anybody, and I say this, nobody resists these two things: genuine love and care. Wow. In the sense that if people see genuine love and care, they know it.
Exactly.
And they will open up to you. So those called difficult people to work with, those called difficult environment to work with, go there with a lot of, like, abundance of care, abundance of love. It will not happen overnight. Let's get it clear. Be consistent. I tell people, for instance, you will be ignored. Like, you will send email, it will pinch you, like you will feel it in your vein, because you are human. To be ignored is embarrassing.
Yeah.
To be stepped down is embarrassing. But I stand anywhere to say that just stay the course. Stay the course. Those very people that you think they're ignoring, they are not ignoring you.
Yeah.
They are testing your resilience. They are testing your patience. And by the time the door is open, the wealth of knowledge that those people will transfer to you. Trust me, you can go and use that to negotiate a salary elsewhere. And you know the painful thing? When you succeed in negotiating that salary, you eat all the money alone. You don't even say, this person taught me this. But I also realize that the benefit for people who teach and grow other people is in the fact that they see you succeeding. And the more importantly is that you too are also now paying it forward by supporting other people. So I summarize with these three things: that complexity, ambiguity, all the difficulties, embrace them, because embedded in them are treasures of knowledge that if you unlock, you will blow, like we say it in our environment. And all the good things of life, the softness, they will follow. But go through the process so that when that comes, because even the softness of life, there is wisdom to sustain your current level of success.
Exactly.
If you just do brush, and for instance, I tell people that maybe if some of us got oil and gas job when we got out of university, we might not have been alive today.
Exactly.
But we would have driven the best cars, travel around the world in the shortest possible time. Perhaps, yes. But how about go through the process, and as you get older, like they say about wine, the older it gets, the better it is. So that for me is what I appreciate about staying on the process. Don't shy away from it. Is it pleasant? No. Is it worth it? Yes.
Beautiful. So the main purpose of having these discussions with great people like you, great men like you, is that somebody who feels like I'm not being seen, I'm being resisted, that I'm not getting access to some places, to know that there are other strategies that can help you to get there. Like you said, there is wealth of knowledge and gift insight embedded in that person who they term difficult, that person who they term don't go there, or doesn't take this, doesn't take that. This, in fact, I don't even know how to to continue, because I'm just thinking of everything you said, and it's just massive. So they say every publicity is good, whether it's bad news or good news. Is that true?
It's two of these. It's two of these. Like, is a name out there? Probably that's what people see as is good enough, that the name is out there. But in my line of job, you want the name to be out there for kind of things that people will admire, people will think about, because we're now in an age, even from time immemorial, where things never really get forgotten.
Yes.
And what has
they're
now
stored
even
forever.
happened is they are now documented digital asset where it can be resurfaced at any point in time.
Exactly.
So why be out there whichever way is okay? It is better when it is for the right reason. And the reason why it has to be for the right reasons is as you age gradually, your values, your passion, everything will change. So you want to do things that, however your values and your passion changes over a period of time,
You're still happy with what you
you're
have
still
out
happy
there.
with what is out there about you. So that's where public relations is different from publicity, because publicity is just be out there for the wrong reasons, for
For
whatever
the right
reason.
reason, just be seen.
Yeah, but public relation is something calculated, something that
I was going to go there, that in your own words, in your own way, break it down so we understand what public relation is.
So public relation is fundamentally put there is put yourself in the minds and eyes of your target audience in the right way. Like whatever you're doing, whatever you're involved in, you have a target audience that probably you want to attract. Attract them in a way that it is credible, it is a positive. And why it has to be credible is that if it is fake and they come to experience you, their experience is greater than what they read or hear about you. So why it has to be credible is that let it be that there's a correspondence between what they hear, what they see, and what they experience. So public relation is trying to bring that strong bridge between I hear this, I saw this, and when I experienced it, it was true. That place of being truth is very important because it strives on word of mouth. It strives on referrals. It strives on telling somebody to tell somebody. And that, for me, is a bigger advantage than you have all the money in the world. You can afford any form of publicity. And so whether people like it or not, they must see you. That in itself is not bad. But the place of match the experience with what is seen. So public relation in a nutshell is being out there in a positive way, credible, such that there is a correspondence between what I heard, what I saw, and what I experienced.
Thank you very much. Is there anything you want to tell our viewers? Is there something that you want to tell that boy in St. Paul? Seeing the boy through your eyes, what he has now is just hope. Maybe hope is not really sure. Somebody in the streets of Lagos just not knowing what to do. Probably doesn't have someone who can tell him, oh, this is your strength. This is what you're trying to do. What do you have to tell such person?
Let me be very practical here. That it is possible. And I repeat that it is possible. It doesn't have to make sense between where you are now and where you want to be. It is possible. So the first thing is create a very clear vision. However you want to, whether you want to write it down, you want to document it somewhere. And there are clear examples. Everybody relates, probably most people relate with football.
Yes.
Clear Mbappe just signed for Real Madrid last season. And you saw a picture of him as a young person, have a picture of Real Madrid full squad in his room.
Exactly.
It didn't happen one day, but he's there now. Now, for you as a person, and I bring this to my personal experience to say, I always tell people that are close to me that visioning is continuation. So you will vision this, I want to be this, it will happen.
And then you see another one.
You see, as in, you have to make it bigger because the stage you are playing in is not in your living room. You are playing in the world, like global stage. So until you make that global impact, keep pushing. And where I said I want to be specific is that, Godwin, I was in 200 level, studying philosophy, that there is no job anywhere in the world that is practically relatable to when you study philosophy. This is what you should do. most courses do. Mass comm, when you finish, you can go into entertainment. Of course, the conventional professional, doctor, engineering,
exactly.
it is direct. You come out, this is where you go and apply for a job. But you study philosophy, that's like a waste of your parents' money and all of that. But I was in 200 level when a lecturer came, going back to what I said, the people who irritate you, people who you don't like, they are your best. This lecturer, his name is Dr. Peter Mosejele. He doesn't smile. People call him unfriendly lecturer. And he came to class and asked irritating questions. Your mates are studying this, and it is clear what they will become in life. You study medicine, you become a doctor. You study law, you become a lawyer. You in philosophy, what the hell are you doing with your life? He asked that question, and he said, and he was asking like, you need to understand why are you here?
Yeah.
And in the class of over 30 people, only 2 of us chose philosophy in our jam form.
Whoa.
Me and one other person. And trust that the other person was an elderly person, probably be my age now, as at then. He actually had my mate as children. Out of over 30, only 2 of us chose philosophy. But what did I leave that class with that day? I didn't get discouraged like somebody has made me feel like I am useless.
Yes, or small.
I went to a place in All Saints Chapel, University of Benin. I just locked myself because I know I was in fellowship, so I had access to where we keep our instrument. And in that room, I just say, God, see, you know that I'm from the village. Like, it was a conversation, not just a prayer. It was like, see, I cannot be embarrassed. My parents have put all their resources to send me to school. This is the course that I chose because of easy access to gain admission. Because my parents didn't have anybody to start knocking on doors. I just wanted a course that people are not in that space, so the competition is less. That was why I chose philosophy. And my parents said, guys, whatever you want to study. In fact, my dad would say, if the name of the course is Granite, we will put our resources together and send you to school. Just go to school. That school will expose you.
Beautiful. And
from there, you define it. Back to the story. Still on, what should I tell the younger person out there? I'm telling a story to say, when I heard such things, what do you think a young person should do? Should be discouraged. But I wasn't discouraged. I took that energy to a room, sat down, and it felt like I was having a conversation with God. Guess what I did? In that place, I wrote down, God, see, I want to graduate this year. I want to go to NYC this year. I want to get a job this year. I want to get married this year. I want our first child to come this year. I want our first house to come this year. In 200 level, Godwin, I wrote down those things.
Having a vision clearly.
Guess what? By the grace of God, all of those things came to pass in the year that I wrote down
in the exact
that
year.
they will happen. The only one that didn't come to pass but later happened was the first house. It came some years after. But it happened. So what am I saying? Try and juxtapose that unreasonable thinking that I had from a moment of supposed discouraging statement from a lecturer to me turning it to a vision of what I wanted to become. And the vision came to pass in the time that I wrote down to God to say it should happen. Was it because I knew it or no? It was visioning. But in every of those stages, there was a process that I went through. When that was done, Godwin, I created another vision. Summary was I now started working. And I said, you know what? From that little agency, I sat down, stupid me. And I mean stupid me. And you can imagine how stupid that is. Coming straight from the village to Lagos, I said, I will head the corporate affairs function of a multinational.
Wow.
How do you say such a thing when a friend has just by error connected you to a big auntie who runs a PRO agency? But I'm telling you that in that year, in 2005, 2006 was when I started.
19 years.
I said, I wrote down that, God, I have come into this industry. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you that I see that we go to a client side and they are the big guy. I say, see that corporate affairs department, I want to head it. And 18 years down the line, God, it has happened. So that's why I'm saying that it is continuation of visioning. So don't ask me what the next vision is.
No, I won't ask you. I won't ask you. There's this thing about money, people they have vision, they are eager, they have strength, and then when you got your first job, did your expectation of salary matched with what they gave to you? When I graduated, I got my first job 2 weeks after I graduated from film school, and then I was so excited, and then I got the job. I got to the place and everything, and they said, this job is for 3 months, and your salary is 100K for the 3 months. I felt like I was going to buy a house in my village immediately, and then the job extended to 6 months without an addition to the salary. Yeah, if I felt like, no, but I kept pushing because that job helped me to learn how to light for more than one camera. So in your own case, with all the things, with all the energy and everything you got to job, your first job, did the salary match with your expectation in terms of money?
To be honest, if you come from where I come from, which is the background, you won't really put money first. Yes. It was more like there are no jobs at home. The only jobs at home is probably, not speaking down on them, but there are no industries at home to go back and get the job. And for aspiring to work in the corporate world, I was just grateful to get a job. Like that was what was important to me. Like,
so the goal right there is that I want to be in this space.
Yeah.
It's not that the financial benefit that comes
just get a job.
Let me be in that.
Yes,
let me be in that.
Yes, just get a job, and of course, so that when you call home, there's that comfort of our child has a job. Like you are not roaming the street of Lagos jobless, and of course, it comes with all sort of consequences.
Exactly.
So I was engaged, and I was clear that on the job that God helping me as I learn, as I grow. The money will grow along. And it's always better when you start and you are growing to the top than the reverse or a bit of disruptive turbulence. You want it to be steady. It might be slow. And to God be the glory. Over the years, God has been faithful. And to add that, you need to understand that the more you learn, the more you increase your ability to earn more.
When you increase your capacity.
Yes, you increase your capacity, you can do more. You will even find yourself not applying for jobs. You'll be pitching for certain specific roles that are now commensurate to your experience. And the last thing for me to say is that please, there is a place of hard work. There's a place of getting support, whether it's from your home, from your siblings, from your spouse, from your children. Depends on how life is starting. There's a place of where you work is your current life. So treat the workplace like it's home. Don't go there like it doesn't matter. It matters because the life you are living at that point in time, a significant part of it is enabled by the income from that place.
From the environment you're working.
Let's be clear that hard work, support system, home, siblings, parents, it matters. And your colleagues, senior, junior, contemporaries, see them as people that you need on your journey. And please, the place of learning, the place of humility, the place of seeking help, the place of getting guidance, the place of whichever religion you believe in, pray to God, like be passionate about that part of your life, because like they say, maybe the spiritual determines the physical. Have a strong blend of it. Don't be lazy. Have an open mind. You can walk anywhere. Don't go there and be judging. Why are they doing this? Just ask yourself, what am I here for?
Why do they have red curtains?
Yes, so contribute. Contribute. Sometimes contribution will deplete you. It will make you feel exhausted. Keep contributing, because as you're contributing, you're also gaining. And over a period of time, with your hard work, support system, guidance, grace of God, and visioning, you will look back and tell a story that I have come this far for multiple reasons. like we have just mentioned.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you on Gaffer.
Thank you, sir.
This is Gaffer. We give you tips to expose you to people's process and so you can learn. These are things you will never get anywhere in the world. Stay tuned. Gaffer always gets you.